I'm growing 50 to 80 new followers every single day on Instagram on complete autopilot, which is also growing my business and getting me new leads and clients every single week. And you can too after watching this video. If you're using social media to grow your online business, you know the importance of creating content and building a personal brand. The problem is it can be very tedious having to create content every single day and rely on just organic marketing and the algorithm to bring you in new leads. That can all change after watching this video. In just a moment, I'm gonna share with you the exact roadmap and strategy I'm using to literally only post a few pieces of content every week, but yet still have record growth days almost every single week. And I'm honestly working less than my competition, but yet still I'm making more and generating more leads and more opportunities for my business. So let's finally get into the video. All right, so this is my Instagram here, coach_AlexRob. If you aren't already, make sure you give me a follow here. You can shoot me a DM if you have any questions and let me know you're coming from my YouTube channel, and I'll definitely reach back out to you. So this is my Instagram page. It's very important that when you are creating content on social media that you follow the following guideline here, right? So headline has to be clear. You want a nice clear headline on what you do, a nice bio explaining exactly what you do in more detail, and then telling people if you have a training guide, ebook, lead magnet, whatever, just kind of directing them to that as well. But the way this actually works is pretty simple. It's using one of the latest features on Instagram called the promote feature, right? So I'm actually creating great engaging content maybe a couple times per week, but I have 1 or 2 videos that I'm using to pump up using paid marketing to speak directly to my target audience, and I'm letting the Instagram algorithm go out there and find those people that are most likely to engage with my content, and it's going to use those ads, and I'm basically using those ads to bring in more people. Now the ad in specific, I'm running a couple different ads, but the ad in specific is basically calling out my target audience, telling them exactly like, hey, if you're struggling with this, here's how I can help you. If you want to learn more, make sure you follow and scroll through and watch the rest of my content. It's that simple of an ad. You can find it right here on my page, and it looks and feels like a normal native video on Instagram, but I'm actually promoting that video to get more people to come through the door and follow me for the content that I create. Now, the biggest thing, I want to pause real quick and explain this. The biggest thing that people struggle with when growing their business is getting enough consistent leads in the door every single day. You might have an amazing offer. You might be pretty good at creating content and you really want to serve and help people, but the problem that you're facing is you're not able to get your message in front of the right people enough and consistently. So this feature and this technique allows you to create one video that literally speaks directly to your target audience and allows the Instagram algorithm with a little bit of paid marketing to share that piece of content to the right people that are likely to land on your profile, follow you, and engage with your content. That's all it is. It's pretty simple. And it's a feature that Instagram came out with about a year ago. Not many people really use it, or at least use it properly. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. All right, so first things first, here is the video in question here. I'm not gonna play it in this video, but what I recommend doing is going on my profile, scrolling through and finding this video. You'll be able to follow through on the exact script that I'm using. It's pretty powerful. And I actually have 2 of them. There's this one right here, and then there's also this one right here. And both of them are designed specifically to target online coaches and business owners selling educational products and services. And I'm telling them, hey, if you're struggling with so and you want to learn more, make sure you give me a follow here on Instagram, scroll through and watch the rest of my content. And it has a really high conversion rate. In fact, one of these ads here, if I look at my insights, I am getting profile visits for as low as 68 cents a visit. Now, I'm personally spending about $100 a day now on this ad. When I first launched it, I was spending between $5 and $10 a day. Then when I saw it optimizing and doing really well, I started to ramp it up slowly over time. So you can do the same. Don't think you need to start off at $100 a day. Start off with about $5 to $10 a day, and you'd be surprised how many people will start flooding through the door with this feature because of how powerful Instagram's marketing technique is. So some important things to understand here. When you launch this ad, you're going to upload it normally, as you normally would, to your page. And I'm gonna use one of these examples here. So I'm gonna pull up one of my videos. I'm gonna land on my profile here. I'm gonna pull up one of these videos here that qualifies. So for example, like this one here, I'm gonna hit boost post. All right, so from here, you're gonna select a goal, right? So there's 3 different options. You can optimize for more profile visits, website visits, more messages. But for this specific campaign, we're gonna be optimizing for more profile visits. So there's actually no such thing as a follower campaign. Instagram will not allow you to kind of buy followers. So this is not what this process is. What it is going to optimize for is letting people land on your profile, right? It's going to show you, get people to, the call to action will be visit my profile. And what will happen there is if you have an optimized profile, similar to the one I showed you at the start of the video here, people are going to be more likely to give you a follow, right? So you're going to hit optimize for profile visits here. Next up is defining your audience and picking targeting parameters. Now, if you've already grown a following on Instagram of people that are likely to engage and interact with your content, then you can leave it as automatic targeting. And it's going to say right here, Instagram is going to find people like that already follow you and they're going to find more people like that and show your video to those people. Now, if you feel like you've grown a solid following on Instagram, it's not really filled with your ideal targeting and your ideal audience, then what you can do is test different targeting parameters. You can click create your own here, and from there you can start searching and finding new audiences, and you can put together different targeting parameters based off of who is likely to be interested in what you have to talk about and offer as a service. Next up from here is picking your daily budget. I recommend running this ad until pause. If you hit set duration and you do maybe like 7 days or so, if the campaign starts to really optimize and the ad turns off, then you're gonna have to restart the ad and it's gonna have to re-optimize. So I recommend running this ad until pause, and then I would start off with just between $5 and $10 a day, right? And $5 to $10 a day, depending on how good your ad is, will start flooding in a lot of targeted leads through the door as soon as 24 hours of launching the ad. It's pretty powerful how it works. So here's a quick rundown of what it looks like when you launch the ad. So as you can see, I launched the ad right around here, and then I started to grow a lot over an extended period of time. Now, I made the fatal mistake of when I first created this Instagram account, I used paid shoutouts, which I recommend staying far away from if you can help it. I used paid shoutouts, so I grew about a few thousand followers, and it wasn't filled with my ideal target audience. That's why I decided to launch these ads, and it started to allow me to grow a lot more targeted people, but I was also losing a lot of followers as well, which was a good thing because a lot of those people that was unfollowing me were from the targeted shoutout, and they're not really my target ideal audience. So when I'm creating certain content that doesn't resonate with them, they were just unfollowing me, which is good. It's what I want. So if I click here and I go into total followers here, as you can see, let's just do the last 7 days. As you can see here, like I grew, there was 63 followers. I got 13 unfollows. So 50 overall, 67, 48, 68, 56, 61. Like it's absolutely insane. Like every single day, it's a bunch of new followers coming through. And the actual new followers coming through are really like 70, 68, 79, but people are also unfollowing as well. So the overall growth was about 68. But if you're someone that's starting a brand new account, you're probably not going to face a lot of people unfollowing you if you create good content and launch these ads from the jump, right? So it's very, very important to understand that as well. So I recommend launching 2 ads. Maybe start off with 1 ad for the first week or 2, then launch another ad. In the second follower ad, you want to talk to your target audience from a different pain point. What I've found is that launching 2 different ads has allowed me to see kind of what resonates with my target audience a little bit more. So I have this ad here that if I go into the insights here and scroll down, this ad is getting me a profile visit at 90 cents per profile visit. And it's interesting because when I first launched this ad, the first few days, the profile visit was about $1.15. So it started to optimize as time went on, which is good. And it's a little bit more costly with this one, but that's totally fine because this was a longer video and it really spoke specifically to one section of my target audience, which is really good. And then there is this other one here, which is, let's go here. This one here is 68 cents. So again, shorter ad, a little bit, broader targeting. So I was able to reach a bigger audience, which is great, and a little bit cheaper as well, which is always nice. So most of these people that land on your profile tend to follow you, right? It's a pretty high ratio. And then from there, you can calculate how many followers versus profile visits, and you can kind of, calculate the math, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so this is absolutely a very powerful ad campaign to run. Getting followers is only half the battle. Everyone's goal is to turn those followers into leads and those leads into paying clients. So if you want extra help with this process, make sure you click the description down below and book a free roadmap call with my team. We can walk you through this step-by-step process and show you exactly how we're turning all those followers into paying clients. That being said, guys, if you want to see more trainings like this, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.